Greetings Spartan and welcome back to the UNSC Infinity War Game Simulation Training Program. Today Spartan we will be covering the Forerunner Light Rifle. The Z-250 Directed Energy Engagement Weapon is a marksman rifle that the Forerunners used during their war with the Flood. It fires particles of hard light with incredible speed and precision, and it comes equipped with a 3x magnification scope to make the most of its power. This weapon will become available within the simulator at Spartan Rank 22. The most interesting characteristic of this weapon is that it has two different firing modes. By default, it will fire in a 3-round burst, but if you engage the scope, the weapon will combine these 3 rounds into a single, altogether more powerful round with an increased rate of fire. This gives it a unique dynamic where it is far more effective at long range than any other loadout weapon, but at closer ranges, it is at a disadvantage. The light rifle fires ionized particles from a 36-round magazine that can be reloaded in 2 seconds. And while the magazine does consist of 36 rounds, it can only fire 12 shots total before requiring a reload, since it will consume 3 rounds with every shot. While unscoped, it will fire at a rate of 144 shots per minute, and while scoped in, it will fire at a rate of 156 shots per minute. Because the light rifle has 2 different firing modes, the damage profile is pretty complex, so first we will cover the unscoped burst fire mode. In this mode, the light rifle can remove the shields of a Spartan 4 with 5 bursts, but if the last burst is a headshot, it will remove the shields and kill in the same burst since it is a headshot capable weapon. But if the 5th burst isn't a headshot, you can kill your target with 3 more shots to the body. And in this mode, 3 full bursts are required before a melee attack will kill. When combined with the damage boost, this mode can remove the shields in only 3 bursts, and just as before, if the 3rd burst is a headshot, it will kill. If not, then you only need 1 more shot to the body to kill them. When zoomed in, the light rifle fires single rounds that are more powerful, and 3 of these shots will remove the shields of a Spartan, and 2 more to the body will kill. But this mode is also headshot capable, so after the shields are gone, 1 more shot to the head will finish them, and you will only need 2 of these shots to hit before a melee attack will kill. With the damage boost, this mode will remove the shields with 2 rounds, then kill with 1 more round to either the head or the body, so if you have a damage boost, just go for body shots for the easiest kills with this mode. Now, you can combine these firing modes to make the weapon more effective in close range. If you can shoot your opponent with a single scoped-in shot, then you can kill them with 3 bursts if your last one is a headshot. You only need to shoot them while zoomed in once. Doing it more will not reduce the number of shots you need. And if you can learn to combine your shots effectively, then this weapon can even match the battle rifle at close range. And with a damage boost, this gets even easier. Just shoot them once with a scoped-in shot, then once in the head with a burst, and they'll die. The light rifle is a weapon that is deadliest from a distance. At long range, it will kill faster than any other loadout rifle. Only the automatics have faster kill times, and they don't have nearly the range to match. That being said, the light rifle does require a fair amount of precision, so don't let the power of this weapon make you arrogant. You will still need to be careful about overextending and exposing yourself too much. The light rifle may be much more powerful than the DMR at range, but that won't help you if you're careless with your actions. You should always try to have nearby cover that you can retreat to. The light rifle produces a very visible tracer when it's fired, which will possibly give your position away to multiple opponents, who may then try to take you out. So you need to be ready to slip behind cover at any moment. Another tactic is to try to keep your opponents at a distance. The further away your target, the deadlier you will be. At long distances, the only things that can match your power are other light rifles, DMRs, and sniper rifles. Obviously, this means that you will be scoped in often, which can leave you vulnerable. So unless you have the awareness upgrade, don't stay scoped in for too long. Periodically unscope to check your surroundings and your motion sensor, and be sure to reposition regularly to prevent opponents from getting too close and flanking you. Another thing to keep in mind is that you don't necessarily need to go for headshots when you're scoped in. This mode can kill a Spartan with 5 body shots, the same amount of shots required for the DMR to kill, but the DMR needs to get a headshot. So in circumstances where landing a headshot may be difficult, just aim for the body. And this is especially helpful when you're taking fire, since it will be much easier to adjust your aim for an entire body rather than a small helmet. And lastly, you need to understand that you will be at a disadvantage in close range combat. Even if you master the tactic of combining firing modes, other weapons will have an easier time dealing with you. In close range, try to stay with a teammate at all times, because by yourself, you're a much easier target. Now, the light rifle is very powerful from a distance, but you can't always play the range game, so we're going to build a kit designed to let you safely fight from a distance by covering your weaknesses at close range. For our secondary weapon, we are going to be using the assault rifle thanks to the firepower tactical package. This will help us compensate for the light rifle's weak close range power by giving us a powerful backup. You are welcome to use any weapon that you feel comfortable with, but I recommend using the assault rifle since it has the best range among the automatic loadout weapons and it's the most consistent. When you enter close quarters combat, or need to retreat behind cover, swapping to an automatic weapon can give your opponent a nasty surprise. Next, we will be using plasma grenades. These grenades are great for anti-vehicle use, and on large maps where the light rifle is at its most powerful, vehicles will be in abundance. And in close quarters, you will be able to stick them to opponents for guaranteed kills. Just make sure that your opponent doesn't try to take you with them. For our armor ability, active camouflage is very effective in long-range combat since your opponents will be too far away to see the markers that it places on your radar. But when you're in close quarters, try to only use it when you have teammates nearby, because with a bit of luck, your opponents will think that it is your teammate using the active camo and won't be expecting two enemies when they round the corner. You can also use it to hide from Promethean vision, which many opponents will use to gain the upper hand in close range fights. We already mentioned that we will be using the firepower tactical package, so let's move on to our support upgrade. Awareness. This upgrade will allow you to retain your motion sensor while you're zoomed in. And since you will be scoped in with the light rifle more than any other loadout weapon, the chances of you being surprised are rather large. But awareness changes this. Now you will be able to stay scoped in much longer with greatly reduced risk. It also makes it easier to keep track of moving targets that are behind cover, but are still on your motion sensor. And if you notice an opponent that's attempting to flank you, you can swap to your assault rifle and take them out. Overall, the light rifle is very effective in mid to long range combat. Its two firing modes gives it a unique dynamic on the battlefield, one that revolves around keeping your opponents at a distance where you'll be almost untouchable by most weapons. But as your enemies get closer, your advantage will start to diminish, and you will have to take extra steps to guarantee that you retain it. Always have cover nearby, reposition often, and be aware of your surroundings at all times. If you can learn to play a long range weapon to its strengths, then the light rifle will become a heavy burden to your foes. Thank you for watching this episode of my Halo 4 weapon guides. If you enjoyed it, please check out my other videos and be sure to stay tuned for more to come. As always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. My name is Matt and I'll see you next time.